Alright guys, welcome to the domain and range of quadratic functions. Today the domain is going to remind you guys that the domain is a set of all possible inputs or x values. And for range, a set of all possible outputs or y values of a function. So here's a little tip. It's actually helpful for all the domain. So for all quadratic functions, slash parabolas, the domain will always be all real number. Or if you guys want to be lazy in math, you can write it like this. This means all real numbers. And let's see why in a bit. Alright, so here's my first example. Here's my quadratic. It looks kind of like a U. It's my parabola. The domain. So remember, the domain is a set of all possible inputs. So my inputs, my x values, if I look at this strictly from the x-axis, my graph goes all the way through and it keeps going. It doesn't just stop here, it goes all the way. That means that it goes all the way to the left, goes all the way to the right, making all my inputs all real numbers. I can put in any numbers for my quadratics. So my domain will be all real numbers. My range is a set of possible outputs, my possible y values. If I look here on the y-axis, this one is curved down. So here I have a sneak peek of the future. Here I have a maximum. So my y value, to get using a different color, my y value only goes up to 3. It stops right here at 3. Because my graph doesn't go any higher than 3. So my range is going to be y such that y, I'm going to take, so the highest is 3, that means y has to be less than 3. So y has to be less than or equal to 3. Because I actually hit this 3 point, it can be equal to 3. So this is going to be your setup for the range. Y such that y is less than or equal to 3. Let's try the next example. Another quadratic, another parabola. The domain is going to be all real numbers. And my range, for my range over here, this one is opened up, so I do have a minimum instead. That means that my y value, y such that y, so here's the lowest point is going to be -1. So am I going to write y is less than -1 or y is greater than -1? Which way did I highlight my y-axis? That is correct, y is greater than or equal to -1. Because my y values, the lowest point is -1, so y has to be anything greater than -1. Go ahead and try example 1C and check your answers for this one and also for this one. Once you guys are done, finish off the domain and range on the bottom part. Check your answers with your teacher when you're done. Thank you.